all you beautiful gamers out there. It is I, Totem Lord, and today on the channel, well, I kind of started a series of the Moment of Flex, so that seemed like it went over pretty well, and today I have a special guest on the channel, Sylence of the 8-Bit Knights.
Hello.
Good to have you on the channel. How you doing today?
Hungry.
Indeed, aren't we all?
We're waiting for our cook to make food.
Oh, cook! Speed it up! Stupid beard. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to continue on the Moment of Flex video, and the next one today is going to be the NES collection, in which, when it comes to this guy right here, my collection pales in comparison, but it should be fun anyway, because how many games do you have total?
632, I believe.
632 out of 8 something?
700 something.
Oh my god, so close to a complete. That is pretty
Problem
awesome.
is, the last two games I got were the one you shadow dropped me, Wario Woods.
Wario Woods, okay.
And Championship Pool that my friend bought me. I haven't found anything I'm looking for.
Oh man.
Personally.
Stuff just getting rarer and rarer, huh?
Or the labels are just junk. They're just bad.
That is such a pet peeve of mine. Like, some games I won't buy if they're just too trashed.
Well, the more expensive you go, the more nicer you want.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
It's just a given.
So today, on the Moment of Flex, let's start our NES. And again, we're using the Retro Collector app. If you want to get it, I think it's pretty cool. We're both using it. That's how we're using our games here. So, since I am the lesser of the two collectors, I will go first. My number 5 most expensive game is well, actually, it's not even completely boxed. I'm missing the manual. It is The Adventure of Link, a game I actually really like. I know it's like the black sheep of the Zelda series, but I think it's pretty solid. I like the RPG elements and stuff. So,
well, it is the one that's getting a Game and Watch.
Right.
It is rougher.
But yes, my number 5 is The Adventure of Link, and that comes in at, let's see, $110. That is crazy. Or no, actually, since mine's boxed, I'm not sure. It doesn't have a price for just box. You know,
well, usually if you go by complete, but you said you're missing the manual.
Right, which I only have cart and box, so 110. What's your number 5?
Well, we're not going by my list. We're going by what I brought, what I wanted to just kind of show, like, ridiculously price increases.
Which will all dwarf my collection by a far.
So let's go ahead and start with one that jumped pretty dang far. Donkey Kong Jr. Math.
How much?
I don't know if you can see that. I still have the original sticker price. I bought it for $33.
$33. And what does this sucker go for now? Now, I remember this one went on the Wii console there.
And then I got the manual in pretty crisp for a deal.
That is in good condition, actually. I'm a little jealous here. That is cool as heck. Very nice, very nice.
Oh, I'm on Famicom for some reason.
Yeah. While I have played Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr., I've never ever played the math version of Donkey Kong Jr.
It's horrible.
I believe it.
My app is saying about $215 with manual.
Yowzer.
Like I said, the price originally I bought it for $33.
Probably back in the day before all this collecting stuff got out of control and all that stuff.
And I still consider $33 being too much money to spend on a game.
Well said, I agree. Alright, number 4 here. Let me pull up my app. Now, this is going to be sad compared to Silence's. These aren't even like your top 5, right? These are just ones that you grabbed?
Yeah, ones that I thought had a really high jump increase.
Now, here's the one I have today. Star Tropics 2. Is it Zora? Zoda's Revenge. Now, this sucker is actually still sealed and it has the hang tab there. My wife bought this a year or two ago at Smash Games in Olympia, and I almost passed it up, but she's like, no, you're buying it. Bought it for $45. So, but for sealed now, sealed is $158. Which I'm actually tempted to open it because I feel like games are better played, but it'll definitely drop down the value. But yes, my number 4 here comes in at $158, and it is sealed. Mwah.
On top of kind of the sealed, I have Vegas Dreams sealed with the coupons. But I cannot nail down a price because on eBay you either see it with the coupons out or sealed with no coupons, so I don't know anything about it.
Huh.
And then I just bought an open copy because that game was like $5 all day, every day.
Right.
But for number 4 is another one that just had a jump increase out of nowhere. It's one people don't really know about. Kickmaster for the NES.
Kickmaster.
I paid $16.99
Nice.
for it back in, and we're looking at, it's been running anywhere between about 100 and 130.
For just the cart?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And it's one of those late Taito,
Oh, so yeah, that would explain
but
why.
not as rare as a little Samson Taito and the Panic Restaurant.
Right. Everybody knows about Little Samson.
But anything Taito made near the end is sought after because they knew how to utilize the Nintendo's power.
Right. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Nice. So your number 4 is Kickmaster.
So it plays kind of like Ninja Gaiden with kind of an upgrade system.
Can you upgrade your kick?
Yep.
I said that just to be stupid, but that's awesome. All right. My number 3, Metroid. Now, this one I actually found, somebody was selling it at a yard sale. Somebody I kind of go to regularly, but it's actually where I've gotten quite a few of my box games. It's kind of, I'd say probably jump-started my boxed NES collection, but this is Metroid right here. And what this sucker goes for... Oh, what I was getting at was the price. I paid $20 for this right here, maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. Really awesome guy. This thing goes for 174 bucks for Metroid. So, and the embarrassing thing, I played Metroid when I was a kid, but I've never beat it. It's so freaking hard and confusing, and it's a little scary. But that's just me. But yes, my number 3 is Metroid boxed at 174. What do you got?
Alright, I got one. It's kind of an obscure RPG. It also had a jump in price, too. This was the first rare game I ever got and found. So I got the manual and the cart. It's Ghost Lion. A lot of people would have just, bypassed that because it just looks like an...
It looks a little generic, honestly.
Like, maybe she came from a jazzercise or something. And there's this lion, God Mufasa back there. And the booklet is in pretty decent condition. You really don't see the booklet very often. I believe I paid $30 for both manual and cart back in like 2012.
Okay.
And it's now... it's been anywhere between $150 and $200.
Oh my gosh.
And it's one that doesn't really pop up as often on eBay.
It's called Ghost Lion?
Ghost Lion.
Yeah, I've definitely never heard of that. Alright, going on to number 2s. Now this one actually was my number 1 there for a while, and when I fired up the app today, I was shocked that it got dethroned. But it is Dragon Warrior 4, but I only own just the card on this one. But just the fact that it fetches, well, for me it fetches a high price. As for your stuff here, it's, paling in comparison.
Well, I mean, when I first bought that game, the high on it was 70 at the time.
I actually bought this off of OfferUp a few years ago, off of a guy for $50, and as soon as I saw it, I jumped on it because I knew it was jumping. So yeah, I at the time I got a pretty good deal, and well, if it's actually worth it, it's a pretty good RPG. Like you said, though, I don't like to spend too much, so.
But see, like how nice that label looks.
Oh yeah.
Like the more I spend on a game, the nicer it's gotta look. It's gotta look like nobody's ever touched it in their entire life.
The label is in pretty good condition, so yeah. Anyway, my Dragon Warrior 4 goes for $177. That's just the card. I don't own the manual. I don't own the box. It's just straight up the game for $177. For a longest time though, it was my number 1. What do you got for your number 2?
This is a game I looked for a long time, but by the time I found out the price of it had gone straight up, my brother was able to finally get it for me. He had to sacrifice some stuff. But this was one I sought for years. Princess Tomato in the Solid Kingdom. Think of like Shadowgate, Deja Vu, the point and click, like that. But it doesn't give you anything to go by. You just basically have to click on everything until it goes. He got it for me at 100. I mean, I remember looking at this game started around $30, and I thought that's still too much for a game. But by the time I found it, it had risen up to about $100.
Don't you hate when that? Like it's like those moments when you should have got a game and you didn't, and next time you see it, it's just jumped.
Yep. So he got it for $100. It's now running anywhere between $250 and $300. One thing I still kick myself to this day: Kid Clown, $40
On the Super Nintendo?
on NES.
Oh, okay.
I thought $40 was too much. That game's now $300-400.
Good lord. That is insane. Alright. Well, I got my number one game here. And that, let me pull it up here on the app. My number one game here for the NES is The Legend of Zelda Complete Box. Now, unlike my Zelda 2, this sucker here has got everything. I don't remember if I have the map. Looks like I didn't go through here and mark it if it did, but for a complete, this guy right here goes for $190. This is just like the Metroid game. I got this from a guy.
Actually, have you looked at it as a 5-screw, no revision A?
Let me see here. That is a good question. Because I have looked at...
I mean, the sealed one is the one that went for high. I mean, I have the 5-screw, no revision A cart. It's only still worth about 30, 40-ish.
No, mine's not the 5-screw. But yeah, we do have
But isn't there no revision A?
I do.
Because I think the no revision A was the limited release.
Now, if I did have the 5-screw, it would go for $348 just for...
A complete?
Yeah, for a complete. Just for 2 more screws.
But the problem is the game's the same no matter what.
Right, yeah. Which makes it kind of silly, so... But yes, my number one, Complete Zelda, at $190. And the rarity of it is 3. Alright, what do you got for your number one?
This one still being worked. The label's still being worked on. Reason why he gave me a good deal on this one. It was at the time it was going for about $100 because it had like the magnetic strip things that you see right there.
Those annoying things that never come off.
He said without taking those off, he would go down to $70. So I thought, okay, $30 for just a little bit of cosmetic. That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
But on eBay, they rarely show up. I only see 2 complete, so it's hard to pin down its price. But it is Fire and Ice. The sequel to Solomon's Key that we got over here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The original owner is Nick, so hi Nick, I have your game. It's a good game. But it's one that we're slowly in the process because it's got some label stuff. So we're trying to be extra careful. That's why it's still got label stuff, because we're slowly working at it.
Right, right.
To make sure we don't frick it up.
And what was the price of Fire and Ice here?
I'm estimating anywhere from $250 to $300.
Man, that is for the sequel to Solomon's Key. That is nuts. Now here's a bonus question for you. How many of these games have you gone through and played?
All of them to make sure that they worked.
Nice.
So far, the only game that hasn't worked is my Kid Icarus, and when you pop it open, the board is rusted. It's but it's so I'm working with somebody that when they get a working one in, I'll buy it and then gut that one because my label's like pristine.
Yeah.
And just swap them around.
Nice. Now, if I recall right, you had a bonus game that you wanted to bust out to kind of flex on to...
Because nobody ever talks about it. No, you never really see anything about this guy. Bible Buffet. I mean, the AV Gen went over it, but it's like a weird hodgepodge of like Candyland, like a Zelda Candyland type thing. Nobody really talks about it. And I got that a long time ago. Hasn't really gone up in price, but it's just an interesting thing because you don't normally see it.
True, yeah.
And nobody really talks about the Bible games as much.
For play on Nintendo. Now, is it 4-play or 4-play? You decide.
But it is up to 4 players.
Huh? Does he use a multi-tap even?
Probably, maybe. I don't know.
Huh? We'll have to stream that then. That would be epic.
Yeah, mine's a. Is yours not there? No revision A.
Oh, looks like
So that's a 5-screw.
8-Bit Beard popping in here, and he does have a 5-screw Zelda.
I don't see a revision A on here, so this would be a so. Are they sure that that's a rare, or does it have to say revision A?
That much I don't know. The app doesn't say, so.
I don't want to take yours out and manhandle it.
Going back to Bible Buffet though, complete copy $134 for just the card is $81.
I think I paid about 50.
That's not bad. I'd pay 50 for
But
a
that was
complete.
back in the day.
Back in the day. All right. Well, that was our top 5 NES games. That was our flex of the day. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought. Sylence, it was a pleasure having you on the channel to show off not even like your top 5, but just 5 that you decided to bring down.
Well, it's because the stupid app wants to keep throwing up the Miracle Piano itself.
Yeah, I think on like my Saturn or something else, like it's bringing up like, or no, it's my 3DS. Like it'll show up the consoles because I have different like a Zelda 2DS, and then I've got the Galaxy 3DS.
Yeah, and if I put the Arkanoid controller in, it makes that the rarest, and it's like, it's not really technically rare.
Right. So yeah, going on just games though, I would just take out the consoles and stuff. So yeah. Anywho, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for checking me out, and we will judge you next time.